Hi and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins with me, Nidhi. So last time we have had a long talk with Wynne, and today we want to talk to a couple other companions as well. Let's start with Severin.
Here I am.
So, can I ask you some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
So tell me about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
And it has assassins.
Every land has its assassins. Some are simply more open about their business than others. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
Yeah, it's not exactly a glittering gem. It's higher in the north.
Oh, I have never seen that place. I am sure it has its charms and its dogs. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
What kind of leather? This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Yes, you can't return because you botched up. We know that. A job being killing me, right?
Yes, and now here I am. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not.
Well, guess you need to make the most of where you are.
Quite right you are. I see the Grey Wardens do not recruit fools. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Well, we do have food.
Here I am.
So, any more
This should be good.
questions we can ask? What does it take to become an assassin?
The crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training, the sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
So you do have a strong desire to kill people then? You have to be a murderer then?
Now, it need not be thought of so crudely. We all do our share of murdering around here, don't we? An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
Alright, that sounds Sounds about right. Sounds like it could be useful, yes.
Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we? Hmm? Here I am.
Okay, and could you teach others to be an assassin?
Oh, I certainly could, but I won't. I swore to the crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret. And while, yes, they are already angry at me, I'd rather not push things, you see.
Very well. We'll respect that for now.
If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. The crows are already angry at me, yes? Who knows?
We'll need to give him a couple more gifts and the like.
Here I am.
So, more questions.
This should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave the crows?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
What would you rather do?
Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
And that works.
Of course. You compete against your fellow assassins, and those who survive are rightfully proud of it. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
So, I think I understand.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
So, won't the crows eventually find you?
Eventually can be a very, very long time if one plays one's cards right. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so. Here I am.
Alright, I think we had all the questions through, so... Or do we have some more?
This should be good. Go ahead.
Oh, do you actually enjoy being an assassin? Something
Why
new.
not? There are many things to enjoy about being a crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
So you've never killed an innocent?
Now there's an interesting word, innocent. How many men do you know who can claim to be truly innocent? But if you're talking generalities, such as children and relatives and bystanders and such, never on purpose. But it happens. It's unfortunate, but death comes to us all. If not me, then some wasting disease, or a fall down the stairs, or at the hands of a darkspawn. It's all relative in the end.
That's a bit... Sounds like an excuse.
Death happens, as we like to say. And when I get paid for it, death happens more often. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed. The pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
That's a bit sick.
It is? Perhaps you are right. I've been told from time to time that I'm a sick, sick man. Often in bed, oddly enough. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules. Oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
Well, why not? Don't you have any other skills?
None that I wouldn't get into trouble for performing publicly. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them.
-5, oh no. So...
Oh, this should be good. What would you like to discuss?
I want you to leave. Ah, no, that's okay. You can stay for now. Right, Liliana.
Something I can help with?
So, what can we talk about?
What's on your mind?
Or have we talked about? Never mind. I may have already talked to her. I think you should...
Go?
No!
What do you mean, go? You want me to leave?
Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Oh, -5. Oh, no, that's Severin. Okay. Still from Severin. That was a misclick. Sorry, Liliana. Let's see.
Something I can help with?
Don't have anything more, right? No, never mind. Well, Alistair, with your shiny new armor.
Something on your mind?
What can we talk about? So, can you teach others to be a Templar now?
Others, yes, but not yourself. I need someone who's trained first as a warrior. It's as much about discipline as anything. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
Alright, so we unlocked the Templar specialization now.
Something on your mind?
Let's see.
Of course.
Didn't we talk about Grey Wardens?
Such as they are.
Okay,
About
no more
the Grey
questions.
Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind? Of
So,
course.
if you were raised in the Chantry, have you never...
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
Ah, well, forget I asked.
How? This painful and cruel interrogation will haunt me, I tell you, haunt me forever. Or maybe just until lunch. Lunch makes everything better. Oh, look, I have cheese.
Ah, okay.
Something on your
Yeah,
mind?
sometimes a bit of a clown.
course.
Let's see, what else? I mean, I understand that he wouldn't want to talk about such topics. So what changes about you after
Other
the
than
joining?
becoming a Grey Warden?
Yes, you've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
And he wouldn't tell you?
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, The other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? I saw you eating dinner the other day. Savage.
I doubt that's true.
I guess it affects people differently, regardless of the cause. You're still a savage. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
We had some strange dreams before, right?
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
So what do you mean, real nightmares?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The Taint. It's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
But the other mage at Soldier's Peak was way older than 30 years, I think. So, yeah, but why go to Orzammar?
You'll always find Darkspawn down where the dwarves are. The oldest Grey Wardens head to the deep roads for one last glorious battle. Not that there's a shortage of Darkspawn during a blight, but that's the tradition. The dwarves respect us for it. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. There you have it.
Well, I understand.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
Alright. So... yeah, he will be remembered, as will the others.
Ending the Blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Indeed. I mean, the interesting thing is, why is no one working on research how to prolong that span or something? Yeah. So, what else can we talk about? What was it like to be a Grey Warden with all the others when they were still alive?
I didn't know them for very long, but I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family, since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
Well, just tell them.
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What was his name? Gregor... He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
So how many?
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... well, anyhow. It doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... Until...
Alright, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I won't force you to
I suppose.
continue on.
I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all.
We have 2
There's
swords.
no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
Not at all.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all.
We have the
Well,
swords.
there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
Alright then. Let's just not take the swords. Sten.
Yes.
Probably not a long discussion.
I am hardly surprised. Very well. Speak then. Then I suggest we move on.
Alright.
As you wish.
Yeah, he is a talkative person as usual. Then Morrigan. Why always off by yourself?
Yes?
So let's talk.
So, full of questions, are you?
Can you teach others to become
Possibly,
shape
if I had the
changers?
desire to. I do not.
Still not, huh? As you wish. Perhaps after we kill Flemeth.
Yes? We're in
So do we
town,
have
so 'tis
something
as good a time as
personal?
any.
I think we had all these options before or something. Okay, we need to work on our runes.
Enchantment!
So we have currently, I mean, we have the Oathkeeper that we want to remove the, let's see, remove the rune, yes. And Marik's Blade on Alistair, which we want to put in some runes. So let's see, what runes do we have? We have chance to reduce movement speed, spell resistance. That's kind of okay. 6% spell resistance. Let's put that in. That's kind of nice. Also, what do we have in terms of master? Damage versus undead. Or +2 electricity damage. Let's put that in. And accept that.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Yes, I would like to browse
I'm sure
your
you'll be pleased
goods.
with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay, so do we still have stuff to sell? I mean, we have apparently found a couple more things. So there's a longbow, ash. Just sell that thing. I'll keep a couple of those for now, I think. Although I'm never going to use any... I don't think I'm using any two-handed weapons for now, so let's just sell that. It's good gold. Oathkeeper, tier 3. I think that's more or less... It has done its service and can be retired, so let's just sell that. And Asturian Might, tier 3 longsword. I think I'll keep that for the moment. Although it just has one rune slot. What does Alistair currently have? So he has tier 5 longsword with a lot more damage just by itself. And health regeneration, stamina regeneration, and more damage against Darkspawn. So yeah, I think Asturian's Might can be sold. Duncan's Sword, also longsword, tier 5. adds willpower, cunning, stamina regeneration, and damage versus darkspawn. So that would be a good choice for dual wielder or something. But I think with Marik's blade we are better served on the tank. Duncan's dagger. Yeah, so dual wielding could use that. We'll keep those weapons for now. What else does he sell? Sylvan's Mercy. Yeah, it's not exactly great stuff that he has. The Veshial main hand. Tier 7. Wow, 131 gold. It's okay, it's okay. Anyways, we have the Templar Helm. Warden Commander gloves. Not sure which ones to keep. I mean, let's see, Alistair probably would be the one to wear that. He currently has better stuff already, so the Templar thing we can sell. No problem. Warden Commander gloves. Yeah, I think we can sell that as well. Then Warden Commander's armor. Tier 4. 15.75 armor versus 15 armor, okay. Oh, 16, yeah, okay. Stamina regeneration. I think we'll just sell it. That Warden set seems to be a bit more focused on stamina, and we're not using stamina that often. So Warden Recruit Shield, Whitewood. Let's just get rid of that. Darkspawn Shield, get rid of that. Hayward's Aegis. We do have better stuff. Yes, let's just sell that as well. Now these robes, not sure, let's just keep them. We've already decreased our inventory quite a bit, so that's good. I don't think... Can Alistair wear the Blood Dragon stuff already? Can he? Let's see. Alistair, how many points of strength do you have? Oh, he could. At least the main piece. Alistair has 38 strength, alright.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm sure you'll be...
Okay, so he could wear that. Not well, he could wear that as well. Let's see, Alistair. So the question is it even worth upgrading to the Blood Dragon plate at this point, since it's just one tier higher. Has a bit of defense and health on it. A lot of health on the whole Blood Dragon thing. Gauntlets don't have any bonus, and the boots don't have any bonus. So I think it's not even worth upgrading to that. So I may just sell it for the 4 gold. Yes, let's just sell it. Let's just sell it. Why not? Now here the Spell Ward, very expensive, can't afford that. And apart from that, nothing interesting. We don't have a lot to sell either. The runes, can I get the runes for cheap? I don't think so. Oh, Tome of Physical Technique. Manuscript of Physical Arts. Additional rogue or warrior talent. And additional magic talent. That's interesting. So for 22 gold we can buy another skill point. That's good. It's very good. We may actually do that at some point. Do we have backpack upgrades to buy? No. Well then. I think I will just donate a lot of the runes that I have gathered here over at the supply crate. Just to see... Well, I guess it has some kind of use. So give all unassigned novice runes. I can't select which ones, sadly. Turning runes for the circle, master runes.
You are wise to invest in the effectiveness of your followers.
Okay, so what did we lose? Yeah, we have a master rune now, still, but all the other runes are gone. So that's where we can lose all our runes. Okay, but I think that's it for today. Next time we'll move on and possibly... Well, let's see, what do we have? Chipped crystal. What's that tier? Does it even have a tier? Nah, it doesn't have tier descriptions on it. So I'm not sure which companions to take with me when we go to Flemeth, because we can't take Morrigan. We probably take Severin or something with us. Should be fine. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed and see you next time. Have a great day. Bye!